Greetings, sorry for the delays. We are joined by Joenio. He'll be showing us about sound and visualization. I hope you guys enjoy.
Thank you. Hello. This is not a regular talk. Hello. I'm gonna do some live coding performance, a short performance, 20 minutes, where I'm gonna play mainly tidal cycles, mixed with some other tools as well. And I will try to explain a little bit in the beginning, but little by little I'm gonna stop to explain, and I will focus completely in the performance. And we're gonna have some workshops about this topic during the Debian conference. I'm gonna do some talks as well. Then for the people who is interested in this topic, I invite you to come to the next activities that I'm gonna do around this topic. Then here I am using tidal cycles. Is a software live coding tool based on Haskell. In this tool, we write a piece of code, then we evaluate this code. For example, I am with the cursor in this line, then I type some Control E, then I evaluate it, and it starts, and it keeps in an internal loop. If I change the code, for example, if I add anything new in the previous code that I evaluated before, and if I evaluate it, it does a transition between the previous code to the new code. And then in this way, we can use the development environment, the source code, to play music, live, improvising, like as if we were playing a guitar or any other instrument. Then now we're gonna focus more in the performance, and at the end, I hope that we have time for questions.
But it is possible. But it is possible. But it is possible. But it is possible to reason out the existence of God But it is possible to reason out the existence of God. There is an indefinable, mysterious power that pervades everything. I feel that it is possible I do not reason out it is this unseen power which makes itself felt, and yet there is an indefinable, mysterious power that pervades everything. I feel that it is possible I do not reason out it is this unseen power which makes itself felt, and yet there is an indefinable, mysterious power that pervades everything. I feel that though I did not sense it in this unseen power which makes itself felt, and yet defies all proof, because it is so unlike all that I perceive through my senses. Though it transcends it in this unseen power which makes itself felt, and yet defies all proof, because possible to reason out the existence of God. There is an indefinable, mysterious power that pervades everything. I feel Lord why and how he do this and that. I know that there is it, and that it is possible all to reason out the cause of God, unlike all that I perceive through my senses. There is an indefinable, mysterious power that pervades everything. I feel Lord why and how he do this and that. I know that there is it, and that it is possible all to reason out the cause of God, unlike all that I perceive through my senses. There is an indefinable, mysterious power that pervades everything. I feel Lord why and how he do this and that. I know that there is it, and that it is possible all to reason out the cause of God, unlike all that I perceive through my senses. There is an indefinable, mysterious power that pervades everything. I feel Lord why and how he do this and that. I know that there is it, and that it is possible all to reason out the cause of God, unlike all that I perceive through my senses. There is an indefinable, mysterious power that pervades everything. I feel Lord why and how he do this and that. I know that there is it, and that it is possible all to reason out the cause of God, unlike all that I perceive through my senses. There is an indefinable, mysterious power that pervades everything. I feel Lord why and how he do this and that. I know that there is it, and that it is possible all to reason out the cause of God, unlike all that I perceive through my senses. There is an indefinable, mysterious power that pervades everything. I feel Lord why and how he do this and that. I know that there is it, and that it is possible all to reason out the cause of God, unlike all that I perceive through my senses. There is an indefinable, mysterious power that
Well, I think we have time for questions. 5 minutes. Then this is live coding. Thank you.
Anyone have any questions?
Yeah, thank you. Really nice performance. Do you also perform in club-like settings, or
Sorry?
do you also perform in club-like settings?
Yes, time
Okay.
to time, but usually with very small crowds.
Yeah.
Because the type of thing I do, is not, because it's very flexible, and I am very interested in noise and sound design.
Yeah.
Sometimes by accident, I create something nice to dance, but yes, sometimes I play more in this type of place, like more close to the art galleries,
Yeah.
this community more close to the art and technology.
And do you want to keep it live, or are you also interested in recording it and?
Both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. When I have time and I am organized enough, I try to produce something. But usually I am lazy to stop in my place to try something. Yeah, but I like as well to produce. And also, I like also the combination between the visuals and the sound. Then sometimes also I produce videos through the same technique, because we can also produce sounds and videos, or only sounds, or combining both.
Anyone else got any other questions? Yeah.
Now you did live coding, right? So suppose you did something very nice that you liked very much. Is there a way to record it? I mean, record this is not without, from within this itself. Can you record this and keep it so that you can play it back later?
Yeah. Sometimes I do it.
You can do that.
Because, for example, here in this screen, I am combining some windows on top of other windows with some transparency to create this. And here I am using OBS, but not to do streaming, but I am using OBS here just to take the feature that OBS gives us to combine different windows. And then through OBS, sometimes, before I start, I click in the button to record. Then I record the performance sometimes. That one I forgot to do it, unfortunately. You did. Thank you, DebConf video team.
We'll have one last question.
Hello, Joenio. My name is Arthur.
Hello.
Awesome performance. Just have a quick question. If you have ever done a performance with other artists playing different instruments like guitars, drums?
Yes. I used to, before, not now, but I used to take part of some groups where we were doing improvisation, and with many people. For example, in Brazil, I used to have a group with around eight persons. Each one were using a different kind of tool. Some of them were using Ableton Live, some others were using like physical synthesizers, another guy were using guitar, but we were doing something very experimental. We were not trying to recreate the same setting we have in a traditional rock and roll band, or not in this type of thing. This type of thing I have never did. I tried, but until now I didn't succeed. But that's why, in my case, personally I don't have a strong background in music theory. And then to do this type of thing together, traditional instruments, I think it requires some good knowledge, at least about time and this type of thing to synchronize everyone. Then this is not my cup of tea. I am not trying this, but I did it together other people, but doing experimental sound and visuals as well. We were a group where we have people from many different fields and with many different interests, like poetry, visuals, and sounds, etc.
I hope there are no more questions. I'd like for everyone to get together and thank. I'd like everyone to thank him and give up a round of applause for the great performance.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us at DebConf.